You pour it on salads, cook with it every day, and count on it for your health. But what if your olive oil isn't what you think? Shocking reports reveal that a staggering 80% of olive oil worldwide is fake, diluted, mixed with harmful additives, or completely fraudulent. Today, we're uncovering the 10 countries where fake olive oil is most common and giving you easy ways to spot the real deal. Ready to uncover the truth about your so-called liquid gold? Let's get started. Portugal, a trusted name with a hidden problem. Portugal has a long, proud history of olive oil production, but not all of it is the real deal. According to the EU Commission 2022, about 10% of Portuguese olive oil exports fail purity tests. Why? Because fraudsters take advantage of the country's strong reputation, blending high-quality olive oil with cheaper sunflower or soybean oil. One of the biggest scandals hit in 2021 when a Lisbon supplier was caught selling extra virgin olive oil that was only 60% actual olive oil. The rest was pomace oil, a low-quality byproduct that, over time, has been linked to liver damage. So how do you spot the real stuff? Authentic Portuguese olive oil is packed with oleocanthal, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that gives it a signature peppery kick. Fake oils, on the other hand, taste flat and lack key nutrients. In fact, researchers at the University of Lisbon found that counterfeit versions can have up to 70% fewer polyphenols, compounds that are crucial for heart health. To make sure you're getting the real deal, look for the DOP label, Denominação de Origem Protegida, which guarantees local olives and traditional processing. Trusted brands like Olives do Sul batch test their oils and clearly list harvest dates. Also, steer clear of oils sold in clear bottles. Light exposure breaks down antioxidants. And watch out for vague labels that say product of the EU instead of specifying a region. Here's a pro tip. Real Portuguese olive oil should leave a slight burn in your throat. That's a sign of freshness and high quality. Argentina, booming industry, big risks. Argentina's olive oil industry has exploded in recent years, with exports skyrocketing 300% since 2015. But not all of it is pure. A 2023 study found that 17% of domestic olive oils were adulterated with cheap soybean oil, which lacks the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats that make real olive oil so beneficial. One of the biggest scandals hit in 2020 when Aceitera General de Heza, a major brand, was forced to recall 50,000 liters of olive oil after tests revealed it contained 40% soybean oil. Even worse, some fake oils were found to contain hexane, a toxic solvent used to extract oil from low-quality olives. Nutritionists warn that long-term exposure to hexane can damage nerve cells, making these counterfeit oils a serious health risk. So how can you make sure you're getting the real thing? Look for oils certified by the Mendoza Olive Oil Consortium, which requires strict gas chromatography testing to ensure purity. Trusted brands like Arauco use UV-blocking bottles to protect against light damage and clearly list harvest dates, ideally within the last 12 months for maximum freshness. Authentic Argentine olive oil has a golden green hue and a fresh, herbal aroma thanks to high-quality, cold-pressed Picual olives. If an oil smells rancid or overly greasy, it's likely been oxidized or mixed with fillers. And here's a key tip. If it's too cheap, it's probably fake. Real olive oil costs at least $10 per liter due to the labor-intensive harvesting process. Morocco, a rich tradition with hidden dangers. Morocco has been producing olive oil for thousands of years, but even this ancient tradition isn't safe from fraud. According to the International Olive Council, 15% of budget exports are diluted with palm oil, a cheap filler linked to higher LDL bad cholesterol. In 2022, Spanish customs seized 12 tons of so-called extra virgin olive oil that contained 30% palm oil, a shocking discovery that exposed just how widespread the problem is. Fraudsters take advantage of Europe's demand for high-quality olive oil by forging AOC certificates, a seal meant to guarantee authenticity. But fake oils lack hydroxytyrosol, a powerful antioxidant known for reducing the risk of Alzheimer's. If you want the real deal, look for the Morocco Gold label, a government-backed certification that ensures 100% Moroccan olives and a chemical-free extraction process. Trusted brands like Terra Delissa go the extra mile by publishing third-party lab results online, so you know exactly what you're getting. Real Moroccan olive oil, made from Picholine Marocaine olives, has a buttery texture with subtle almond notes. If an oil tastes flat or greasy, it's probably been tampered with. To avoid fakes, steer clear of oils in clear glass bottles. Light exposure destroys antioxidants, and always check for harvest dates to ensure freshness. Here's a pro tip. Rub a drop of oil between your palms. Real olive oil keeps its fresh, grassy aroma, while fake oils smell stale or metallic. Greece, the birthplace of olive oil and a hotspot for fakes. Greece is the OG of olive oil, but shockingly, 20% of global Greek olive oil is fake. Scammers mix it with cheaper Tunisian imports or even add chlorophyll to fake that fresh green color. In 2021, a major scandal in Crete exposed a cooperative selling heat-treated extra virgin oil, a banned process that wipes out antioxidants and kills the oil's health benefits. Many counterfeit Greek oils also lack vitamin E, an essential nutrient for immunity. University of Athens, 2022. To avoid getting duped, look for PDO-certified oils from Crete or Kalamata, where strict regulations ensure real extra virgin quality. Brands like Gaia even use blockchain technology to track olives from the tree all the way to your bottle. Talk about transparency. Authentic Greek olive oil has a rich green hue and a grassy, slightly peppery aroma, thanks to the legendary Koroneiki olives. If your oil tastes bland or smells like crayons, it's probably oxidized and low quality. Here's a fun trick to test purity. Real olive oil solidifies in the fridge, though this varies by variety, but if it stays completely liquid, it's likely been diluted with lower quality oils. Also, watch out for labels using vague terms like Mediterranean blend. That's a red flag. Always go for brands that specify the exact region where the olives were grown. Turkey Aegean Excellence with a counterfeit crisis. Turkey's Aegean olive oils are famous for their bold, peppery kick. But here's the problem. 30% of domestic olive oils are fake, Turkish Ministry of Agriculture, 2022. In a massive 2022 bust, authorities seized so-called extra virgin bottles that contained up to 40% sunflower oil, a cheap filler that lacks the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats of real olive oil. It gets worse. Some counterfeit oils also contain chemical preservatives like BHA and BHT, which studies suggest may disrupt hormones and even increase cancer risk. A study by Ankara University found that fake Turkish oils have 60% fewer antioxidants than genuine extra virgin olive oil, stripping away the anti-inflammatory benefits that make olive oil so powerful. So, how do you protect yourself from scams? Look for the TSE, Turkish Standards Institute, certification, or choose oils from Ayvalık, a region known for its transparency and strict quality controls. Trusted brands like Kumili and Natura use early harvest Memechik olives, producing a robust oil with a distinct peppery finish. Authentic Turkish olive oil often has cloudy sediment, a sign of unfiltered, high-quality production. But if your oil has a greasy texture or a chemical aftertaste, something's not right. Here's a cool trick. Real olive oil clings to glass in a crown pattern, while diluted oils slide down quickly. And always go for bottles made of dark glass, not plastic. Plastic leaches toxins and speeds up oxidation, ruining the oil's quality. Egypt, a growing industry with hidden dangers. Egypt's olive oil industry is expanding fast, but not all of its oils are as pure as they seem. A shocking 20% contain chemical solvents like hexane, Cairo University, 2023. Hexane is a toxic chemical used to extract oil from low-grade or even rotten olives, leaving behind residues that can damage nerves over time. A 2021 investigation by the Egyptian Food Safety Authority uncovered that some so-called extra virgin olive oils contained less than 50% real olive oil. The rest was cheap fillers like soybean or sunflower oil. These fake blends lack the healthy monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants that make real olive oil a superfood. Even worse, some counterfeit oils contain traces of pesticides, which can disrupt hormones and cause long-term health issues. So how can you avoid getting scammed? Stick to oils that are COI, International Olive Council, or EU certified, as these go through rigorous purity tests. Trusted brands like Wadi Food and Olivado are known for their transparency, clearly listing harvest dates and using dark glass bottles to protect the oil's nutrients. Real Egyptian olive oil, made from Picual olives, has a mild, nutty flavor and a golden green hue. Avoid oils sold in plastic jugs. They leach toxins and make the oil go rancid faster. Want to test for authenticity? Real olive oil leaves a peppery burn at the back of your throat, a sign of high polyphenol content. If your oil tastes bland or smells musty, chances are it's fake or already spoiled. USA, olive oil fraud on the rise. Even in the US, olive oil fraud is a big problem. A study from UC Davis found that 25% of extra virgin oils on the market fail purity tests, with some oils diluted with up to 40% canola or soybean oil. In a shocking 2020 scandal, a major US brand was caught selling extra virgin oil that contained almost no polyphenols, the powerful antioxidants that protect your heart and brain. The issue? Lax FDA regulations allow companies to label oils as extra virgin without meeting international standards for purity. To avoid falling for fakes, look for oils that are certified by the California Olive Oil Council (COOC) or USDA Organic. These certifications enforce strict acidity limits, 0.5%, and ban chemical processing, ensuring you get the real deal. Trusted brands like California Olive Ranch and McAvoy Ranch even list crush dates and use argon gas to prevent oxidation. Authentic U.S. olive oil, especially from California, has a robust, fruity flavor with hints of grass and pepper. Avoid labels with terms like light tasting or pure. These usually mean the oil is refined and stripped of its beneficial nutrients. A simple test: real olive oil solidifies in the fridge, though this varies by olive variety, while diluted oils stay liquid. Also, check for the NA North American Olive Oil Association seal, which ensures the quality of imported oils. Italy, a reputation at risk. Italy's olive oil is world-renowned, but 30% of so-called Italian oils fail purity tests, as revealed in the 2022 Carapelli scandal. Fraudsters take advantage of Italy's famous reputation by bottling oils from places like Tunisia, Spain, or Greece and labeling them "Made in Italy." Some counterfeit oils are even heat-treated or chemically refined, which destroys the healthy polyphenols that make olive oil so good for you. 2021 investigation by Il Fatto Alimentare found that some extra virgin oils contained less than 10% Italian olives. The rest was a mix of lower quality oils. To avoid getting duped, always look for oils with DOP, Protected Designation of Origin, or IGP, Protected Geographical Indication labels, which trace olives back to specific regions like Tuscany or Sicily. Trusted brands like Monini and Colavita use anti-tamper caps and list specific olive varieties such as Frantoio or Lacino. Authentic Italian olive oil has a vibrant green color and complex flavors, often reminiscent of artichoke, tomato leaf, and fresh herbs. Avoid oils labeled "packed in Italy." This only means the oil was bottled there, not that it's made from Italian olives. Pro tip: real olive oil forms a gel when mixed with pasta water, while fake oils leave behind a greasy film. If your oil tastes flat or smells like crayons, it's probably oxidized or counterfeit. Now you're armed with the knowledge you need. Smell for fresh grass or pepper, taste for bitterness, check certifications, and always avoid plastic bottles. If you're ready to never fall for fake oil again, hit that like button, subscribe for more food fraud exposés, and let us know in the comments which country shocked you the most. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We hope this video has helped you spot fake olive oil and make healthier choices. Until next time, stay savvy and remember, knowledge is your best defense against fraud.